Coming up tonight on YCU News, Springfield, Vermont may be adopting a rental property registry. We hear from the education director at the Monshire Museum. Proposed changes to the nation's food supply are underway. For more local news, weather, and sports, it's time for YCU, your local view.
Now, your daily digest of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region and central Vermont. News, sports, weather, public affairs, and all that's happening in our area. The news on YCU, your local view.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for this Tuesday edition of YCU News. I'm Ashley Perkins. Residents registered to vote in Springfield, Vermont will determine today if the town should adopt a rental property registry. 3 of the town's 5 select board are not in favor of this plan. The registry would ensure tenant safety, says board chairman Christy Morris. Selectmen Michael Norris and Stephanie Thompson agree with Morris. Town officials would have a list of the number of tenants living in a building. A layout of a rental unit also would be on file in case first responders needed to rescue people in case of a fire. The Springfield Fire Department would inspect each rental unit for any building or electrical problems. But board members Peter McGilvery and David Yesman disagree with their elected colleagues. McGilvery and Yesman say the town already has ordinances in place that require landlords to maintain safe rental units. Throughout Springfield, there are about 879 multifamily homes and about 1,300 apartments. Yesman says Springfield would need to hire more firefighters and administrators to routinely inspect all rental units. Statewide, there are 32 fire inspectors who oversee safety checkups for Vermont's 19,000 rental units. On Monday night, public support for the new ordinance is as divided as the select board. Some landlords who spoke said town rules already are in place to ensure tenant safety, and some property owners said the fines for noncompliance are steep. Fines could range up to $800 a day depending on a rental building or unit safety issues. Residents' thoughts on this registry were equally mixed. Resident George McNaughton says he supports the board in its registry proposal. McNaughton says the town should get behind the board as it works to resolve a problem. Longtime resident Woody Bickford says the summertime is not a good time for the vote. People are on vacation and not at the top of local government concerns, says Bickford. Other residents, such as Bill Morlock, said votes will cast ballots today at Riverside Middle School. The school is located at 13 Fairground Road. YCU News will update viewers on the vote's outcome. State and federal agricultural leaders welcome public comment about how best to keep fresh produce safe for eating. Proposed changes to the nation's food supply is underway. This morning, about 75 people filled the Dartmouth College auditorium to learn more about the Food Safety Act. The Food and Drug Administration is updating its requirements when fresh fruit or veggies are sold to consumers. The FDA's Food Safety and Modernization Act comes after outbreaks of foodborne illness from the 1990s on. Regulations also would apply to companies and countries exporting fresh produce to the U.S. The rules under review apply mainly to large fruit and vegetable companies. Smaller producers will be exempted from some requirements. Public comment must be in writing. Letters will be accepted until November 15th. For more information about the FDA's new act, check out www.fda.gov. Tonight's the night that candidates for 2 seats on the Clermont City Council will learn if they made the cut. Interviews of 8 city residents for the 2 vacancies begins this evening. Over the last 2 months, 2 councilors resigned, each for different reasons. Once the interviews are complete, the council's September meeting is expected to feature a full board. I'm Ashley Perkins for YCU, your local view. Good night.